Okay, welcome back again. Welcome back. Now, this is Petroleum Technology Development Fund Scholarship for Nigerians. Okay, for Nigerian students. And they said this application for 2026-2027 Petroleum Technology Development Fund in country scholarship scheme for undergraduate and postgraduate. This is amazing. That means that means these petroleum people are actually giving scholarship back to back. Now, the Petroleum Technology Development Fund is the federal government agency with the mandate of developing indigenous human capacity and petroleum technology to meet the needs of the oil and gas industry. Now, the fund is hereby inviting applications, okay? Invites applications from interested and qualified Nigerians to apply for the 2026-2027 undergraduate, masters, and PhD. Now, it's not just for undergraduates alone, masters and PhD scholarship for in Nigeria, actually in Nigerian public university only, as long as you're going to the public sector universities only. When they mean, when they talk about public sector and public universities, what I mean is the federal university, the state university, only. Anything private is not part of it, and it's not polytechnic. They said university. It's not college of education, it's university. Now they have method of applications. Now the online is an online application. It's not a visual, it's not a physical one-on-one application. Now if you look at this method of application, it said online application form can be accessed from the PTDF Scholarship Management portal, which is the link here. I'm going to share the link on my bio so that you can look at it, click it by yourself, and follow the instructions on how to access the application form of okay, and then the stated requirement and so on. Just click on it. Now applicants are advised to read through the requirement before applying. Now this is the mistake we make each time we want to apply for any scholarships, and when we do that, we'll find out that people are getting the scholarship and you're not getting, and you've been applying every day, every year. You've been applying for scholarship, fully funded. Now this scholarship Puneko Consultancies is bringing, they are all fully funded scholarship. It's not something that you have to pay 30% and the rest will pay 60%. No, it's not 50-50 something. This is fully funded. Fully funded. Now, applicants are to please note the following. I'm going to read it carefully so that you can be able to understand these things. We can actually do register for you in our head office in Abuja. So we have a branch office in Port Harcourt, in Akwa Ibom, and also our head office here in Abuja, Puneko Consultancies. Now, applicant must, number one, rules you have to follow is that applicants must have a national identity number, which is the NIN. In case you don't have yours, please go get your NIN. Go get your NIN. Mine is already with me. Okay, go get your NIN before applying for the scholarship. Now, applicants and to note that they will be required to verify their NIN before processing the application. Okay, there's going to be a verification if actually this is your what, your NIN, if you are the owner of that NIN. Now the next requirement, the next rules and regulation is that applicants who have benefited from any of the PTDF scholarship in the past cannot apply for the same or lower category of the degree. Now, what they're trying to say is that if you have applied before and you're a beneficiary of what you benefited from this particular organization, please, you are not expected. Whether you applied and you won the scholarship as an undergraduate, you're not expected to apply for masters, you're not expected to apply for PhD. Just is one time something. Okay, the next thing is that applicants who are current beneficiaries of any other scholarship need not to apply. Okay, need not to apply. So what I'm trying to say is that if you are a beneficiary of any, like the share we talked about, like the UN you talked about the previous videos, you don't have to apply. Allow other people. That's what I'm trying to say. Be human. Okay, allow other people to apply for this scholarship. Then the next is that application is strictly to public universities and for specific courses only. Now, I remember I've told you, if you're in polytechnics, when you're in College of Education, if you're in private university, you are not mandated to apply for this, because this is strictly for only public universities, which is government-owned universities. Now, possession of a valid admission letter into the university is mandatory for all undergraduate applicants. Okay, now you already know what that means. You must have your admission letter into the university. Okay, your admission letters for undergraduate admission letter is mandatory. Now, for postgraduate students, applicants who are presently in their final year of studies need not to apply. For those doing masters, for those doing PhD, as long as you're in your final year, there's no point applying. Just forget about it, okay? Because it's going to be a waste of time, because they're going to bounce your application. Postgraduate applicants who meet the requirement should be shortlisted and invited for oral interview before final selection of successful candidates. So if you meet the final requirement, you will be, okay, if you meet the requirement and you'll be shortlisted. For everybody, every postgraduate, you'll be shortlisted, and then they will invite you for a verbal, okay, for an one-on-one interview before the final selection of successful candidates. Now, undergraduate applicants must have completed their first year examinations and are presently in their second year of studies. Now, this is amazing. This is very good. Now, most of the applications and scholarship we are seeing so far for undergraduate is always for second year students. So it's rare, it's very rare before you see final year scholarship for final year students, or first year student in university have a scholarship. It's either second year student or third year student. Now, undergraduate applicants must have completed their first year examination and are presently in their second year of studies. I think I've said that before. Then only undergraduate applicants undertaking studies in the oil and gas, energy and management related fields as advertised, okay, will be considered, and the final selection shall be based on grades and their transcript. Transcript must be signed and stamped by the HOD, exam officer, or any authorized personnel of their university. Now, what they're trying to say in this category is that they will only take, okay, don't bounce it. What they are saying is that the scholarship is for those studying oil and gas, energy and management, anything that has to do with management, oils, energy thing, as long as you're studying around that area, like chemical engineering, all those engineering people, as long as you are around those area, that's your field of study, you are highly qualified than those people coming from computer science, software. No. Those people, you are in a better chances for the application, and it's based on your transcript. Transcripts have to be stamped from your HOD to your exam officer or any authorized person. Now, admission for part-time students shall not be considered for any of the category during the application. Now, for those of you who are doing part-time, okay, in the university, you are not expected to apply for the scholarship. Now, the scholarship is highly competitive and merit driven. Okay, now selection of candidates shall be based on equitable representation of the 36 states of the Federation and Federal Capital Territory, except where a state does not have the number of candidates to fill in the slot. Okay, the number of candidates to fill in the slot. Now, these are the criteria. Okay, those are their rules and regulations. Now, let's look at the criteria. It said criteria, requirement, and selection process for in-country scholarship scheme. Postgraduate. These are for the postgraduate. A selection panel will be constituted to assess applicants using the following criteria. Now, academic merit. Okay, your transcript, that's where they're going to check your transcript and your membership for professionalism. Okay, for professional bodies, if you are part of the members in any professional body like the ICANN, like the like the TRCN, like the computer, all those organizations. Now, a valid um, a visibility of your research or whatever for PhD people. Now, undergraduate and postgraduate applicant is required to make a case for their scholarship by submitting a statement of purpose, stating the reason why they wish to undertake the study. Okay, the relevance of the proposed study to the industry. Okay, now before you have, these are the criteria. You have to make sure you state your mission. Okay, write a a statement why you want to undergo this course, and then everything. I think for the PhD people, my focus is actually on the undergraduate and for the masters. For the undergraduate, okay, now you have to have your WAEC, you're a full-time student, you're in 200 level, your CGPA is 2.4, okay, or a scale of 5.0, is allowed, okay, second class lower, okay, is allowed. Now, application must possess the transcript. Remember, your transcript is quite important and very stamped. Now, for evidence, what you have for evidence is that evidence of your WAEC, English, Maths, very compulsory, and it should not be more than 2 sittings, and letter of admission, first CA transcript, okay, that will be stamped, certificate of indigenship, evidence of state of origin and local government. Now, a personal statement of a minimum of 300 words stating reasons for undertaking the course of study. Now, all these are for the requirement. All these are the requirements. Now, documents that will be needed to be uploaded. For those of you that you want to upload, you are asking, okay, what are the documents they need? Now look at the document. The number one is your first degree certificate for statement of result. NYSC based on your category, okay? NYSC certificate or letter of exemption. Now WAEC, GCE, SSCE, NECO results, any of the above. Now admission letter, personal statement for masters only. Now certificate of origin, which is your state of origin, your local government, and so on and so forth. Now additional scanned document required for PhD holders is your second degree certificate or statement of result. Now your PhD research proposal, okay, your PhD research proposal. Now the proposal template can be accessed via the applicant profile on the PTDF Scholarship Management Portal, okay, for management portal. Now I'm going to share the link. Now this application is going to end. It's just 6 weeks. It's 6 weeks now, like I've told you, 6 weeks. And look at it's going to end tonight. So I want you now, before 12 a.m., 12 midnight, please make sure you go and make this possible. Now let's go back to the website. Once you are finished reading, you just click here. It takes you to this place. Once it takes you to this place, now what you're going to do, stay infused. If you're just joining us, please like, subscribe, comment, help me, and I will show you the link, or check my comment section. Now you can create, this is where you create your own username. Okay, create a new account on their portal. Now let me say I'm creating a demo account. I'm creating a demo account. My email. Please, use a demo account, so it's not a real account. So I'm creating a demo account for that. Then these phone numbers are not real, so it just and then you click on create. Okay, now they will tell you that the number has already been used. Now because I have registered, they have done some videos have to do with this for some persons. So if you have already done that before, so what you do is sign in with an existing account. Now what you do is you sign in. Okay, then from there you now see how to register. I don't know if you get the stuff. If you don't get it, please, you can actually drop a message for us, and then we'll get back to you within 24 hours. My name is Imperial Williams, and I am the lead consultant in Puneko Consultancies. Please subscribe to this channel. I've told you, scholarship are back to back this season. You know, election is coming, so everybody want to try to make sure they are doing something. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Please subscribe, share, invite your friends. Tell them that this is real. This is real. It's not something that we should fake. Thank you.